Today is the day. So in about 2 hours and 50 minutes, there's going to be an FOMC rate decision, which the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates. Supposedly there's a 90% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to do that. So for those that do not know how this all works, it's super simple. So Jerome Powell will be going live 30 minutes after, and this all happens at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is 2 hours before the market closes, there's an FOMC rate decision, which pretty much just announces, hey, the Federal Reserve decided to cut interest rates by another 25 basis points. This is the last time that the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates in 2024. Pretty good, right? The second thing you should know is 30 minutes after Jerome Powell goes live, he reads a script for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then he begins to answer analyst questions. This is really where a lot of the action begins to happen. I asked you guys yesterday if you wanted me to go live. A lot of you guys said yes. All I'm asking you is to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you here about 10 to 15 minutes before the FOMC rate decision is announced, and we can watch it all together. But if you don't want to watch it with me, again, this is definitely something that you can do on your own. You just have to be aware of those two things. There's the FOMC rate decision, which is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, that is when he's going to be speaking, and a lot of volatility, quick changes of direction, depending on if he sounds hawkish or dovish for up and coming FOMC meetings, can be very crucial. Again, if you're a beginner, this is a great time for you to be able to tune on in and watch and just see the market react. It's one of my favorite times to be paying attention to the market. But until then, what am I looking at right now? Well, I have an active short position on PLTR once again. As it gapped up in today's live trading session, I trade live every single morning. If you ever want to tune on in, it breaks down to $1 a day with the current sell we have going on. And it's the second link in the description down below. So no excuses on being able to sign up on one of our biggest sales. With that being said, I shorted it as it retraced down to the moving average. I reduced my position. It became overbought once again, and then added more to my short position, making money on the rip downs. PLTR has been pretty stagnant. It is overall on the 1 hour time frame still quite bullish, but it became overbought as it tends to get rejected right around that $78 price per share. When it comes down to Tesla is one that I'm also looking at potentially shorting today. I love trading overbought and oversold reversals. That's my cup of tea, if you would say. So as this thing became overbought, again, it was incredibly bearish right when the market opened. It came back to retest previous lows, and it formed signs of reversal, and then market went up, right? Or Tesla went up. Now Tesla's beginning to consolidate, test its resistance. It wouldn't really surprise me that right before that FOMC rate decision, if Tesla begins to retrace just to de-risk. Not just with Tesla, but a lot of stocks are struggling today. Look at this, MSTR. I remember I made a video about MSTR of, hey, I would take profits. And people thought that, again, I was like, why are you spreading FUD? Why are you spreading fear? I'm just looking at previous patterns, right? We all know MicroStrategy is an overvalued, overhyped up piece of shit company. We all know that. We know that it's not going to last. And as soon as Bitcoin begins to fall, this stock will come crashing down. We all know that. And based off of previous patterns, if you would have just sucked it up, actually taken profits, you would have not given back, what is that? Is that like 15% of a sell-off? 13% of a sell-off, 13.7%. And again, this is a little bit more of a potential support range based off of previous patterns, but we'll see based off of what is announced today and what the market sentiment is, if it continues to find its support here and then it begins to recover back to previous highs, or if it finally breaks its support and continues to make new lows. I'm super excited to follow up, but again, there's a lot of activity today with MSTR selling off, with Bitcoin, Tesla becoming a little bit more on the overbought side and showing some pullback potential, with PLTR showing some pullback potential. With Mara showing some pullback potential. There's huge opportunity in AVGO on the 1 hour time frame, huge pullback potential. Again, finally, these overhyped up stocks are finally beginning to retrace. We all knew that the time was going to come. It wasn't an if, it was a when. And again, it pays to be patient in this market. So again, while everyone else continues to hope for the best and buy at all-time highs and thinks that the markets are going to continue to skyrocket forever, this is our time to strike. To stay calculated, stay patient, and when our criteria is met, to know how to make money during these retracements. I'm super excited to follow up. I'll see you later today for that FOMC rate decision. All I ask you to do is subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up, and if you want to tune on in to my daily live trading sessions for $1 a day, second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.